so far. President Obama is promising a quick response to victims from Irene, but he warns that this event is not over yet and recovery will take weeks or longer.
One of the 15 deaths from Irene happened in Maryland. The woman was not outside, but in her home in Queenstown. A tree crashed into her chimney, which then crushed her. Now that the hurricane has passed, Maryland's cleaning up while watching for the waters that will, or maybe waters that rise. CNN's Chris Lawrence is live in Chesapeake Beach. Chris?
Yeah, Marty, you mentioned it. I think a lot of people are breathing a real sigh of relief tonight. You know, you mentioned that one death, but what we've heard just from talking to a lot of people here is how close other people came. Although today they're saying, look, this wasn't as bad as we thought. We came out of it okay. It really could have been down to one decision. Like the man we spoke to who had a tree literally fall right on top of his house. And the only reason that he was able to avoid it was because the power went out just a few hours earlier, and he went downstairs looking for something to do.
They say things come in threes. We had the earthquake Tuesday, this, and now God knows what else. Hopefully nothing else will happen, but God just helped me and that I wasn't in that room because I would have been killed.
Yeah, just an amazing story. Right now, what we're seeing out there, not too bad. You know, damage hasn't been that extensive, but there are some trees down that are blocking some of the roads. There are some power lines that are still down, and there's a lot of people out of power, about 800,000 here in Maryland alone. A lot of people we've been speaking to say that's their big hope. They want to get the power back on. They want to get some of those trees cleared out so they can get back to their homes and just make sure the damage isn't more extensive than they initially feared. Marty?
Chris, it's, the weather looks dramatically improved. I mean, it actually looks very nice.
It's an absolutely beautiful day. I mean, that's what a hurricane does. It's got so much energy, it sucks all the weather out behind it. So generally, the day after a hurricane, the sun comes out. It's a beautiful day. I mean, here, it's amazing when I look around and, you know, where yesterday I was looking and the water was up on top of the pier, the waves were crashing into us. And today, you know, we're looking at the beach, which we didn't even see dry land down here at all yesterday. So dramatically big difference. And I think a lot of people down here are breathing a real sigh of relief because they weren't so concerned about the wind, but they sure were concerned about some of that storm surge and how much water could have been flooding into this area. What happened was the winds were such a way that when the hurricane came through, it more sucked the water out of this area, pulling it the opposite way instead of pushing it right up on shore.
All right, Chris, thanks very much. I mean, we're glad for them, too, that it did not turn out as badly as many might have feared. Thanks very much.
And there is some good news, by the way. It looks as though some of the New York City area airports are going to be reopening tomorrow. That's very good news. LaGuardia will be reopening. We'll tell you the very latest on the other airports as well. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Irene leaves shoulder-high waters in Pennsylvania, where 4 deaths are now reported. We'll take you there live next.